was sitting behind the rostrum about to go up to preach. Probably 800 or 900 people in front of me. Every seat was filled. I heard a commotion out in the audience. Didn't know what it was. I thought somebody was shouting or something had taken place. So I peeped out and I didn't see anything. I just saw the whole audience running from side to side. Finally, somebody came back and said, Elder Watkins, can you come out? There's something happening. We need your help. I said, what's the problem? They say there is a man who came in the meeting tonight. He is possessed with a devil. I looked out and I saw the man. The only clothes he had on was the clothes he was born in. He had smeared mud all over his body. I guess to keep himself from the heat, or he was waddling in the mud like a pig. Because I could hear him, and he was groaning and grunting, and the sounds were enough to haunt the very heart. And I sat back there in the room, and they said, Elder Watkins, are you going to come out? I was 22 years old. I had never seen anything like that before. I was not like the sons of Sceva. My daddy was not a preacher. Nor was I the son of a preacher. So I sat back there. He said it again. Elder Watkins, come out. We need you. But I sat back in that room behind the podium and I was frozen. Finally, that madman, that demon-possessed man. How many know the devil still possesses people? Oh, yes, he does. One woman told me, she said, Elder Watkins, I know he still possesses people. I know the devil still possesses people. I said, how do you know? She said, because he gets in my husband every time he comes home from work. And I sat back there and I saw him come down the aisle. It was baptism Sabbath and we had 3 metal pools in front of the rostrum. He came down. And I discovered the reason why he had people running from side to side is because his body and his extremities were bleeding. And he was just slinging stuff everywhere. Finally, some of the men, some of the deacons, about 2 of them tried to grab him and he threw him to the side. Then there were 20 men wrestling with this man. This is on Sabbath morning. Wrestling with this one man possessed by a devil. He had extraordinary strength. To hear him, he was running like a hog, a field hog, and he had everybody in shock. And finally, they were able to grab him. True story. And they took some of the tent rope and they tied it around him. And tied him to a tree. And they called for the police. But before the police came, they asked me again, can you come out and pray with this man? And you know what I did? I stayed in the back. I said, let me pray back here. There's a reason why I did that. Because before I could get out, that man broke the rope, the twine, the tent rope, and ran off into the bush. Somebody said, Elder Watkins, why didn't you go out and pray for him? I was 21 years old, and I had not been filled with the power of God yet. I didn't want those man's demons to jump on me. That's why I knew I had to pray that much more and prepare for any demon that challenged the power of God. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. If you're going to do an evangelistic thing, you got to be connected with God. You got to be so connected that the devil will look and hear and see and say, I can't go in there, because those people are connected with God. I'm talking about the power of God. We've got churches that have beautiful choirs, but no power. We've got good sound doctrine, but no power. We got deacons deaconing, but no power. We got Sabbath school teachers teaching, but no power. I just stopped past here tonight to tell you, you got to plead for the power of God. You got to fast for the power of God. You got to accept the power of God. It is a gift that God gives to all of us, but you got to accept the gift. Your president gave me a gift.